So yeah, let's talk about the other games. Galatasaray with a fantastic, brilliant win over Juventus. A brilliant night at Galatasaray, considering Osman didn't score, but they still scored 5 goals. Is incredible because it shows that Galatasaray have great, very good players in the other apartments like Icardi, Torreira, Gundogan, Sanchez. Um, even though Gundogan didn't play, Sane coming off the bench, and they absolutely dismantled Juventus. A very good performance, well deserved win. Juventus were winning 2-1 in the first half, 2 goals from minors, but the second half the way was Galatasaray's advantage was brilliant. Yes, they got a bit more help as well. Also the red card from Cabal, which led to them to score fourth, fifth goal, but still, I thought they even though they were losing, they managed to come back and win the game quite comfortably. And so yeah, really deserved win for the Galatasaray, and they could have scored more. I mean, they could have easily scored more. They were a better team in my opinion. So yeah, well done to Galatasaray. Monaco against Paris Saint-Germain. Paris Saint-Germain avoid a problem considering they were on the back foot for quite some time. They were losing 2-0 in the first 18 minutes, 2 goals from Florian Balogun. I think he used to be a striker for Arsenal. But he scored 2 goals, gave Monaco the lead early on, and you think like, oh no, is this going to be another difficult day for Paris Saint-Germain? But they showed why they're the champions of Europe. They came back fantastically well, scoring 2 goals before half time. Desadue, who just came on for Dembele, who was injured, good goal, and then equalizer 2-2 from Hakimi. Golovin got the red card, which you could say it helped PSG to go on and win the game, and Desadue got his third goal as well. So yeah, PSG to some extent got away with it. They were losing 2-0, but they got away with it considering Monaco had 10 men. They went down to 10 men, I should say. So, but great comeback for PSG, and yeah, they should go on and qualify for the last 16 after this result in the second leg. So very good win for PSG and for the Champions League of Europe. But it also shows they still have some problems that they're facing, not only in Champions League as they did in the last 3 games in the league phase against Newcastle, Sporting Lisbon and Athletic Bilbao, which denied them qualification in the last 16 automatically, but also in the French league because they're not even top of the French league. So they still have some problems, but for sure they still should go through to the last 16 against Monaco. Borussia Dortmund beat Atalanta 2-0. Very good win for Borussia Dortmund, who they're doing well in the Bundesliga. They're not far away from. I think they're not far away from Bayern Munich, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they're 6 points behind. So yeah, the win 2-0 over Atalanta. Very good win for Borussia Dortmund for the yellow wall, and yeah, they should have a good chance to qualify for the last 16. Let's move on to today's games. Champions League first. Carabao against Newcastle United. Newcastle, for sure, coming back with 2 good wins over Tottenham and Aston Villa in the FA Cup. For sure, they have a good chance. They have a good chance, even better, of winning this game, considering they're in a better form and with better confidence, considering they won their last 2 games. Karabakh away, which is not, I don't think it's going to be an easy game. Karabakh are a decent side. They've done okay in the Champions League. Where are they in the league? They are second, 4 points behind. But in the Champions League, I thought they've been quite competing really, really well. They beat the likes of they lost Athletic Bilbao. They beat the likes of Benfica away from home. They drew with Chelsea. They beat Frankfurt at home. They've been quite competitive in the Champions League. So I think Karabakh could give a really difficult game for Newcastle in this one. And I think if Karabakh want to have a good chance of qualifying for the last 16 automatically, they have to have a good game at home, because obviously when you are at home in a Champions League tie, that's why you have to make most of it, because away from home will be of course more tougher. Newcastle away, it's going to be tricky because obviously they are traveling to Azerbaijan, and they're going to play this kind of hectic schedule they have. They have to play a lot of away games against Tottenham, Aston Villa, Karabakh, Man City. So yeah, it won't be an easy game. I think the Karabakh will give a difficult fight and a good game, good match to Newcastle United. So yeah, but my score prediction, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I actually think Karabakh might get something from this game. I really think so. Bodo Glimt against Inter Milan. That's not going to be an easy game for Inter. I mean, considering that pitch at Bodo Glimt they're going to have to deal with. And Bodo Glimt, they're a good team, by the way. They also beat the likes of Man City, the likes of Atletico Madrid. At home, they're usually strong. So I think it's going to be a very difficult game for Inter. I mean, they should qualify for 2 legs, but this one will be a very difficult one, in my opinion. So let's see how they're going to deal with Bodo Glimt, who are a good team, and also with the pitch as well, which is not easy to play in. My score prediction, I'm going for a 2-0 win for Inter Milan. Club Brugge against Atletico Madrid. Um, Atletico Madrid have been a kind of an up and down form recently, losing to Real Betis, losing to Real Vallecano 3-0, and beating Barcelona in the Copa del Rey 4-0, and winning against Real Betis 5-0 in the Copa del Rey. So, yeah, and obviously the far away, as I said before, the far away from winning the La Liga title. However, they have a chance to win the Copa del Rey and go far as much they can to win to do well in the Champions League, because I don't think they're going to win the Champions League. But Club Brugge, the third in the Belgian league, 3 points behind the Union Saint-Gilloise, who I believe they got knocked out of they got knocked out of not even the playoffs. Yeah, they were 7 goal difference away from qualifying, or 1 point away, because they had the same goal points as Bodo Glimt and Benfica, but obviously Bodo Glimt and Benfica had a much better goal difference than them. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy game for Atletico away from home. Club Brugge are a good team. They can give anyone a difficult game in their place. But I think Atletico should win, so I'm going for 2-0 win for Atletico. Olympiacos against Bayer Leverkusen, I'm going for a 1-1 draw. I think, or 2-2 draw. I think, it won't be an easy one. I mean, Bayer Leverkusen not a bad team. They beat Man City, I think, a couple of months ago. Even though in the Bundesliga they aren't doing that well, and they are a couple of points behind top 4. So, yeah, but in the Champions League, I think it will be a 2-2 draw between Olympiacos and Bayer Leverkusen. However, Bayer Leverkusen should have a much better chance to qualify, because they're going to play at home in the second leg. Let's talk about in other leagues, AC Milan against Como. That's going to be a very tricky game for AC Milan. Como are a good side. Obviously, they've done well with the manager Cesc Fabregas, and with the quality of the players they have as well, with the likes of Dovikas, Kuhn as well. They've got very, very good players, and Fabregas has got them playing really well. They are in European places. They're doing really well, Como. Whereas AC Milan, obviously the second, should have a much better chance to qualify for the Champions League. However, if they win, they will be 5 points behind Inter Milan. So it's going to be a very important game to win for AC Milan, even though it will be a tricky one against Como, if they want to win the title and catch Inter Milan. My prediction, I'm going for a 2-0 win for AC Milan. Final game, Premier League, Wolves against Arsenal. Wolves, bottom of the Premier League. It's the bottom of the league against the top of the league. Wolves, I mean, they've been absolutely dreadful this season. Worst team. They're still in FA Cup though, beating Grimsby Town, the same team that beat Manchester United. Got a decent result away from home against Nottingham Forest, but they lost to Chelsea, they lost to Bournemouth, they lost to City, but they competed well in the second half. And they've been in better run of form, I would say, in the last 6 weeks. In better form, they play better football, but their quality is nowhere near good enough to stay up, and they're far away from stay up as well. How many points they're behind? They are miles away. They're 18 points behind, which is going to be very, very tricky for them to make an effort to stay up. But they just have to avoid being the worst team in the Premier League, because they're 9 points and Derby County got 11 points. If Wolves will win another game, then they will avoid that. But they'll play against the leaders of the Premier League, who they looked like they were back to their best, and they were bouncing back really well after losing to United by beating Leeds, Chelsea, Sunderland. But then they drew to Brentford, and it was a very, very abject performance in my opinion. average performance from them, in my opinion, from Arsenal against Brentford. Um, Even though Brentford was a really tricky game. And they'll play another away game against Wolves today and also Tottenham on Sunday. Very important game for Arsenal to bounce back in the Premier League, considering they lost to, they drew to, sorry, to Brentford. And it's going to be important for Brentford to win, for Arsenal to win, to go 7 points clear of Manchester City, even though City will have an extra game to play against Crystal Palace. But it will be a very important game to win, because yes, City will have a game in hand, but you prefer to get points on the board than games in hand, right? So Arsenal should win this game. They should easily win this game. It doesn't matter if it's a home or away, they should win this game. The quality they have compared to Wolves, where they are, both clubs, Arsenal should win easily. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Arsenal, so yeah, there should be no excuses from their side, in my opinion, towards this game. That's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you have a nice day. See you next time. Sorry for the background, but I was kind of busy today, and have a nice day.